Live from the Landis Big Show studios, Landis Health is now offering health coverage to farming families. Check out rates and apply for rural health coverage today at landishealth.ag.
It's 11:36 on the Big Show clock. Welcome to the Big Show. I'm David Geiger. This segment is brought to you by Hertz Real Estate Services, Farmland Auction Brokerage, and Evaluations. Big thanks to Hertz. All right, we're going to glance at the marketplace, and it is a mixed trade today. December corn down a cent with November beans up 3. We're going to go over the marketplace now with our analyst today, Brian Hoops with Midwest Market Solutions. Thank you so much, Brian, for joining us today. And let's get into this marketplace. What has been the main trends for today?
Hey, good morning, David. Yeah, it's weird session, I think, because overnight the grain markets opened at 7 o'clock like they normally do, and everything was real quiet. Corn was down slightly to unchanged. Beans were 1 to 2 higher. And about 8 o'clock, something happened in the soy complex where soybeans and meal and soybean oil all rallied real sharply. And for the next 45 minutes, they gained until they had about a 1.5% advance from the previous session, and there was no news, nothing that had come out to say or suggest why it was happening. But as we've gotten into the day session here, prices have kind of eased back to maybe more of their normal pattern, what you would expect, where, as you mentioned, just a couple cents higher soybeans, about 13 off of the highs. Meal's actually trading lower now, about $7 off its highs. Bean oil has given back all of its gains, and wheat and corn have turned lower. So this is more of what we would normally expect during a session here. Where we're starting to look at harvest data, harvest reports, lack of any export business, and prices maybe move choppy, two-sided with a bias towards trending lower. So, we didn't have any export sales this morning. Ethanol, EIA report was out. Ethanol production ticked up a little bit. Stocks were larger than expected. Not anything real bullish that suggests that we should be moving 15 to 20 cents higher. So, I think we're kind of in that mode now where the seasonals will turn lower for soybeans. There's forecast for rain in South America. Reports starting to trickle in. It's going to be hard to maintain any type of rallies in the soy complex or the corn market, for that example, that as well.
Going to those yield reports you just mentioned, what are some of the notes that we're looking out for halfway through the week here for the rest of the week? Is that one of them?
Yeah, definitely yield numbers are what the trade really wants to focus on. We can look at basis levels, and that I would suspect that will start to erode or widen out as we get more selling coming in here at harvest. The tendency is going to be for the farmer to go ahead and try and sell their crop here. You look at storage costs, you look at interest costs. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to pay storage. You're talking, 6 to 7 cents a bushel a month on soybeans plus interest costs. You're looking 14, 15 cents to hold it per month. That's a lot. And even the carry that's built into the market to reflect that high cost, it's going to be hard to justify. Right now there's over 60 cents a bushel, or right at 60 cents a bushel from November to July soybeans, which is way more than normal. And for corn, we're in the 35, 37 cent range, which again is above normal and tells us that prices are likely to go back, retreat, and maybe even make new lows. I don't know that we've put in our harvest lows yet.
We're speaking with Brian Hoops with Midwest Market Solutions. Brian, let's move into livestock. Yesterday, the trade closed in a pretty nice green uptick, but it looks like we're down today. What's the driver there?
Well, yeah, it's a real choppy type trade today. We had a good run yesterday and ideas that maybe the cash would advance, but boxed beef at midday was lower, and that's kind of taking us off of our highs in here. It still looks like I think your cash is going to be a little bit firmer this week. Packers did raise their bids on Friday, giving us, late week type strength in the cash markets. Even though we weren't higher, we were just steady with the previous week. We were up on the previous weeks or the early week indications of the cash trade. So that's got that in the smaller show list this week have us thinking that the cash is going to be higher. It seems like we're a mixed two-sided trade today with no real conviction with that lower cutout values weighing on values.
Brian Oops with Midwest Market Solutions. Brian, we'd like you to join us again at 12:54, so we'll call you around that time. But in the meantime, if folks are interested in getting a hold of you and your team at Midwest Market Solutions, how would they do so?
Yeah, you can go to our website, which has a list of all of our offices, MidwestMarketSolutions.com. You want to call me directly. The number is 417-501-5132.